Oops. Just before I start, guys, let me just move this camera a little bit. I just want to... Oops, that didn't work. Okay, hi, good morning, guys. Welcome. Hi, Bart. Hi, Alana. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Hi, Caitlin. Welcome. Hey, good to see you all. Hi, Kay. You're well. Hello, how are you all? Okay, so I just want to sort of have a little bit of a talk before we start. Sorry, my hair's an absolute mess. Okay, so it's been a bit of a crazy week for me with stuff going on, which is all cool. And so let's get back into doing the readings. What I'm going to do first is I want you just to, everybody, hi Shantae, just everybody just take a nice deep breath. I want to get the incense lit. I want to get the tea lights. I've just been enjoying the sun and did a little bit of meditation out there. It was absolutely gorgeous, even though it's not that, it's not warm as in temperature, but the sun is absolutely gorgeous. So what I want to do is, before we start, is I just want everyone to take a nice deep breath and just get yourself prepared. Make sure you've read the description box down below if you're new. Okay, we have... Thanks, Caitlin. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you to hi, Bart, and I said that, and Stacey. Cool. So brilliant. Now, we've got a little bit of flexibility today. I don't have to hurry, which is quite good. But I still only want to do 10 non-mod readings, and then all the mods, of course. And don't forget, anyone who is a Ko-Fi member, they will be getting their readings as well. So there will be some Ko-Fi members as well. Caitlin, which you may not know exactly who they are, but I'll let you know. Yeah, I am feeling a lot better, enjoying the day. I went to bed fairly early last night. Right, I'm just going to pour myself a cup of tea, herbal tea for you guys. So I've been using this. Wait a minute. Yeah. So this has got lemon verbena. Okay, it's got straight lemon verbena. It's got a sprinkle of thyme in it. I already have a little bit of lavender tea already in there, just a snidget. Okay, so I'm just enjoying. We're not in any particular hurry. There's no rush. So I'm just doing it. Hi, Mizrak. How are you? Yes. Hi, Earth Angel. Yes, you're added. Yeah, Caitlin's doing the list. She will do... All the mods will be added automatically. All the mods are automatically added, and everybody that's on Ko-Fi, if you're a Ko-Fi member, if you're a part of the Ko-Fi member, you also added. So, the monthly members, that is, the monthly members. And so, yes, Caitlin's been organising that. Right, so let's have a look at this herbal tea. Very hot. Woo. I do not want to break the glass. So, this is what I'm doing at the moment. It's called getting ready. Go Ko-Fi, that's right. Don't forget, for as little as $1 a month, you can support the channel and get lots of previews, exclusive content, huge discounts on your services. So don't forget also, not just on Ko-Fi, but on Fiverr too, there's also a spooky reading I've started to do on Ko-Fi, so on Fiverr. Let me just move that book because I don't want that there. Right. Shall we light the candle? So everybody ready? Taking a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. You're clear. just clearing the energy, guys, just sort of seeing some of my preparation that I would normally do offline. So we're just going to light the white sage. Locally grown here in Hawke's Bay by the cellar. Yeah, I did, most probably did. I'm a little bit warm. I am warm. But I have got makeup on too, so it might be that as well. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's clear that energy. Let's clear all the debris, all the conflict of the day, and let's be nice and calm and nice and focused. And let's focus on what we can do to move forward on our life. What can we do to improve our relationships? How can we move forward with empowerment? How can we be empowered on our journey? What's hidden in our journey? So let's sort of think about how we can be empowered within our own relationships, how we can connect with people on a much deeper level. I've actually been watching Sky Life. Oh my God, Sky's awesome. I love her channel, and how she's talking about this morning very much about not routines, but being flexible on making your mornings sacred. It was such a cool video to watch. So I totally recommend Sky if you want to. She sort of did a video on why she's sort of slowing down, and this one here was about this morning routines. Not having a morning routines, having that sense of flexibility. And I just thought it was absolutely awesome. Okay, everyone got their herbal teas, or everyone's got their herbal teas or coffees or whatever else you're drinking at that time of the night. Maybe a hot chocolate, cacao. Caitlin, no worries. I'll talk to you after the stream. I've just got an idea. So, yeah. It's all good. Sorting out. Right. Let's do this. Let's put the video down, and then let's start doing the readings. Okay, so the order for the list, and Mizrak is last. Okay, Mizrak is the last one there. Oops, she did do Mizrak there. Cool. Yep, no, that's all cool. I appreciate it, Caitlin. It's all right. I'll talk to you after the stream. So this is the list. Okay, Bart, Aliani, and Stacey. Can you three type in your questions first? I do 3 at a time. It just makes it easier to keep on track. So I'm going to put the computer down. I'm going to put the camera down, face the cards, and then we will start doing the readings. Bart, Aliana, and Caitlin, and Stacey, sorry, can you type your question in? And then I'll do Caitlin, Kay, and Shantae. Then I'll do Earth Angel and Mizrak. Interesting, Bart. Now let's just put the cup of tea over there so I don't knock it. I do not want to bump it. Right, close your eyes, everybody, for a second while I shift the camera. I do not want to make you sick. So I'm shifting the camera. Okay, right. Hi, Aqua. Yes, you can be added. Caitlin's doing the list. Aurora Starseed. So she'll do the list for you. So just remember. Now, don't forget, guys, if you want more than just the 2 questions, I'm not talking to the mods. The mods get more than 2 cards anyway. But for those that are just coming in, if you want more than just 2 cards, do not forget that you can get a tarot and oracle reading with your mods also. If you want an oracle reading as well, tarot and oracle, don't forget to donate for as little as $1, and you'll get an oracle card as well with your reading. Okay, so let's take a nice deep breath. Don't forget to check out the description box down below if you're new, so you can see what type of questions I will not answer, because there are some questions that I just cannot connect to. Okay, this is about you guys being empowered. Every reader reads differently. For those that are new, maybe you haven't had a tarot reading before, every tarot reader will read differently. Okay, but what am I getting for you? This is so quite interesting. I feel like I'm diving deep. Wondering, I don't use this deck very often. Elemental Power Tarot for you, Bart. For those that haven't seen, that's the box. Also on Fiverr, for those that have just come in, I'm starting my spooky season readings as well. They will come on Ko-Fi, but they are on Fiverr. There is one on Fiverr at the moment. I also work through Fiverr as well. Right. Let's go into Bart's question. So make sure I've got the first three. Eliana, make sure I've got your question there as well. And then Caitlin, Kay, and Earth Angel. With Shantae. Right. What's going to happen when I work at a different job? Oh, interesting. But let's have a look here. Let's dive a little deeper. What's going to happen when Bart works at a different job? Okay, so that one there is definitely screaming at me. Right, Bart, let's have a look. Interesting. The Chariot straight away is that sense of you're on the right direction. It does feel like as if you're working at a new job, it's going to push you in the right direction. I feel like it's going to allow you to move in the direction that you're supposed to. The new job is going to allow you to do what you're meant to be doing. It does give you that success, that victory, the triumphs, those moments of achievements, which are super important here. Okay, we've got the Page of Coins, or Page of Pentacles, Page of Earth. There's a lot for you to learn and discover within the new job. A lot to develop within your. I do feel like it's going to be a real growth journey for you, but the new job is going to allow you to have the successes you want, the triumphs, moving in the right direction. You're going to be a lot for you to learn and discover, which is really, really awesome. And it's going to allow you to have the sense of moments of reflection with Four of Cups here. I get a moment of sort of reflection, a sense of you being able to have those moments of it's important that you're aware of what you're being offered as well within this journey. I think I feel like you're going to be offered a lot of stuff and you've got to be aware of it. Don't get your head down and don't get your head down and bum up. I don't know where that came from. I think you need to be very aware of your environment, which is going to be super important there. So someone's got a cough. Okay, so it does feel like it's going to be a really positive journey for you with a lot of achievements, a lot of you stuff for learning and discovery. It does feel like it's going to put you in the right position for you to actually be very aware of what's going on around you. So super important there. A lot going on. Okay. Next. That's all right. No worries, Caitlin. You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay, so did we have Eliane? Have they not typed in their question yet? Let's see if Eliane typed in anything. Hi, add me, please. You're doing great, Caitlin. No worries. Understand that sometimes the phone can be a bit. Okay, have I had no question from Eliane? Okay, so I will have. So, Stacey, you want a general? That was kind of weird. Stacey, I looked at you and went Tarot Z. I don't know why. Oh, I haven't used. Okay. That's kind of interesting. I got Tarot Z. I haven't dived into it yet, but so we're going to go into the general. So I don't know where Eliane. Hi, Sage. Okay, how are you? Right. Whoa. So I'm waiting for Eliane's question. So I don't know where that's gone. Sorry, I've just got to. These cards are a bit slippery. I don't know why I got Tarot Z. Okay, slowing down, making sure you're taking care of yourself. Right. Matcha tea. Right. Gotcha. Yum. Matcha tea. Sounds lovely. Okay, Stacey, let's do your general. Now, Stacey's also a Ko-Fi family member. So if you're a Ko-Fi family member, please do remind, let Caitlin know, because she may not know if you're a Ko-Fi family member. Go Ko-Fi. So just remember, if you're a Ko-Fi member, please let Caitlin know, because she won't know. So, right, general. I'm just cruising today, guys. There is no hurry. So I just want you to sort of take time, think about your question. Make sure you read the description box down below so you know what type of questions I do and do not answer if you're new here. Right, general. Let's have a look. Stacey, what am I getting for you? Right, let's have a look. Stacey, let's have a look. What have we got for you? Okay. Does talk about some news coming. It does feel like you've got an announcement. You've got some information coming for you. Okay, you do have some information coming. It's going to be a little bit emotional, so just be aware of that. It does feel like you've got some information coming. Okay. It's going to be, again, we get Queen of Cups. Interesting. Nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself is super important, Stacey. Remember, you've got to keep taking care of yourself, keep nurturing your emotional needs Super, super important here. And we get the Knave of Swords. And with Knave of Swords, you get that sense of, I want to say that sense of looking at the truth of the situation is super important to you. I do feel like there's some new beginnings in regards to some ideas or plans you may have. But don't forget to just take care of yourself. I do feel like you've got some ideas coming up in your head that you want to implement. There's some ideas that you want to implement. It does feel like there's a lot of connections going on for you as well. It does feel like there are some connections coming up in regards to this idea, which is super important here. It's really important to make sure you've got the clarity and the ideas and things that you want coming up. These connections does feel like there is that sense of removing all the clouds, all the confusion, and just sort of all the debris. I want to say is the debris, and just get some clarity. So I do feel like you've got some ideas that you want to implement. You really want to think, and it does feel like you've got some connections to that coming in. So I think that could be part of the information that's coming in for you as well. So just remember to make sure that you're balanced in your emotions. You've got that, making sure you're taking care of yourself, which is super important here. Okay, so there we are. So hopefully that helps you, Stacey. Just remember to sort of take care of yourself. I do think you've got some information coming. Do feel like you've got this idea that you want to implement, and it's going to come with a connection that's going to help or guide you. Just make sure you're clear-headed. You've written things down exactly what you want to do. You remove all the debris, all the clutter of the situation, and that's going to allow you to sort of implement the idea. Oh, you're welcome, Stacey. You're welcome. Okay. Did someone just say they donated? Let's have a look at Rosie. Rosie, let's have a look. Okay, so you donated, and you donated through, which link did you use, Rosie? Which link did you, that resonates? Great, Stacey, that's great. Okay, so someone's just donated, Rosie. So let me just have a look, Rosie. Sorry, just give me a second. And I'll just double check where your donation comes through, because sometimes things get a little bit slow. Depending on what link you used, it's just going to take me and see where you came through in regards to that. Because everything can take sometimes a little bit of moment. It didn't go through Ko-Fi, so let me just look at the pay. Yes, Rosie, it went through on PayPal. I went through that's a separate thing there, so I just have to go through and check. So, yep, thank you very, very much. So, Rosie donated. So, yes, brilliant. So, I'm going to do Rosie next, and I'll continue with the questions from the other. So, Rosie did donate, and she's no, Rosie, you're donated, and yes, you'll get a little extra with your reading anyway. You're going to you can get 2 questions. So if you can type in 2 questions, I'll do your we'll do your first one. We're going to do your we'll do your donation one now, and then I will do your free one when it comes up. But we can do your one now. So yes, you can do because I'm just cruising today. So Eliana never typed in, and we got Caitlin's question, which I will do after. So I'm just sort of taking a minute. I'm not rushing through. Yep, PayPal, it came up, Rosie. Thank you. Absolutely awesome. Donation list, Rosie. Yep, all came up. So absolutely brilliant. So just depending on your question to what am I going to do for you? Let me just let's just put this back. Sorry, I need to put things away while I'm here because otherwise we get into a bit of a pickle living in a small space. Actually thinking... that could be very well it. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Yep, I'm just waiting for Rosie's question. Sorry, it just takes me a minute to sort of dive into decks to grab what I want for Rosie's. Ugh. Whoops, I do not want to put that one in there. Or that one. Sometimes I have to go for a bit of a dive to get the decks right. Yep, she goes to the top of the list. That's right. So, question: what do the cards say about a product I'm working? Oh, interesting question. Okay, I actually got Oceanic Tarot with the Oracle of the Mermaids to begin with. So let's dive into this question. And then if you've got another question, you can do your free one when it comes round on the list. Because I'm cruising today. Totally cruising. So you can think about a second, just 2-card question. Unless you want a bit more in depth. But... hi, Reiki B. How are you? Right, doing donations. Let's have a look. So, Rosie's question. Let's get straight into that. I will continue with the free readings after I've finished the donations. So, if you stick around, you will get your reading read. It just may take some time. Making a coffee. Sounds good, Jackie. Sounds good. Right, let's have a look. Let's just take a second to take a breath. What do the cards say about the product you're working on? Okay, so let's do that first. So what do the cards say about the product you're working on? Whoa, 1, 2. Okay, so that's about the product. Now we're talking about the potential upcoming meeting that you've got with the manufacturer. Let's have a look here. Oh, this is poking out here. This one and this one here. Okay, and any other advice? That she needs to do. And then I'll do a little bit more about that with your second question. Because this is going to give you a really quick overview of that, and then we can go a little bit more deeper into that. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so let's have a look about the product that you're working on. Okay, the first thing we want to look at here, we want to keep the cards, the messages quite simple and just sort of quite easy. We don't want to get too complicated. So the first thing it says here is you've got that sense of I get that sense of just keeping everything simple in regards to your product, which is certainly really important here. Just making sure that you're trusting in your own intuition. There's a lot of things that are hidden, a lot of knowledge that you might need to sort of share about your product. I think there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of knowledge about your product that you can share. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that's coming in, but about trusting your own intuition as well is super important. To be able to trust your gut instinct, trust your initial thoughts and ideas is super important here. I still feel like there's a lot to learn and discover about the product, you know, for other people to learn and discover about the product, that you can share that information. I think it's very important to sort of keep it simple. Don't allow yourself to get a little bit complicated. I get the sense of like moderation is like, don't get too technical about your product in a way. Maybe keep it very, very simple. It's a really positive energy here. I'm getting a lot of really sort of good energy about your product. It's a really good that you're working on. So it does feel like everything's sort of really good. I do feel like there's a lot of information that you can share, about your product, which is really cool. But keeping it really simple is really important because it can be a bit of a whirlwind. Feels like there's a lot of stuff going on here in regards to your product. I think it's can get a little bit overwhelming. That's why I'm saying sort of break it down into really small bite sizes, and it's going to keep it really, really well done product. Okay, in regard to your product with the meeting, okay, we've got the thing. It's going to be very important. There's going to be a lot of legalities that you've got to think about in regards to your product. Okay, I do feel like there's a lot of legal issues that you need to think very carefully about before you go into the meeting. Okay, before you actually go into the meeting. And it does feel like if you can do that, it's about your passion about the product in a lot of ways. I do feel like there's a lot of rebirthing, a lot of renewal energy in regards to your product. I do feel like there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of things you need to think about in regards to the legal issues, the consequences of any actions that you take. These are things that you need to think about in regards to your product. It's an awesome product. It's really positive, but keeping things quite simple when you're explaining about your product is really important. But you also have to think about all the legal aspects in regards to your product. That's super important. I think that's a really big thing. And this is like, there's a lot of things that are going to be exposed. With the Sun card, I'm also getting the things are being exposed, being brought out into the open in regards to your product as well. So that's going to be super, super important in regards to your product. These are things that you need to think about now before you go into any sort of meeting or anything like that. Super important here. Okay, so what else do you need to know about your product? Okay. With the Seven of Wands, you're going to have to stand up for your product. I feel like there's a lot of you need that. You need to have that passion. You need to have that sense of making sure you're on the same page with anybody that you goes into. I think that's where I get that sense of writing everything down, making to-do lists, making the sense of lists is going to be super important in regards to your product. Things that you need to do, things that you need to achieve. All those things are really important to make sure that you're on the same page, Rosie. Super important. Now we get in regards to your product with the Knight of Cups. And with the Knight of Cups, I get that sense of, again, it's that sort of, it's emotional to you. Okay. And so there's emotional movement. So everything that you do with your product is emotional to you. And so this is a reminder to sort of, I want to say, take a breath for a minute and just to sort of, I think there's a lot of passion in regards to your, and the reason why I say passion is Knights is fire energy. Knights are normally fire. So we're getting fire with water. And so we're getting a sense of a sort of, is the water bubbling up? Is things sort of bubbling within that emotion for you? It's a reminder to sort of, maybe you need to douse it down a little bit and keep it there. So I do feel that this is a very emotional thing for you. It's a very big impact on you. I do feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in regards to your product. Okay, in regards to your product, there is a lot of things that you need to think about in regards to legalities, contracts, consequences of any actions that you take in regards to your product. There is a lot of lists that you need to create in regards to your thing, making sure that you're on the same page with people. Stand up for your product is really important. So don't compromise on your product as well, is what I'm getting here with the Seven of Wands. No compromise in regards to your product. Super important here. Having that sense of, yes, you're emotional. Yes, your things are going on. And there is that thing about that sense of, but don't let your emotions get the better of you in regards to this, in regards to you doing your presentation or whatever you're doing with your product. You know, it is important to be passionate about it, but don't let your emotions get the better of you. That's super important here. Don't get into too much of a turmoil in regards to things. Allow things to be, don't get too excessive with your energy with things, but it is important that you are, have a little bit of, what I want to say is you need to be calm and assertive. Be assertive with your product. Be assertive about what your product can do. And I think that's part of the thing here. Look at the consequences of any actions that you take in regard to your product. So really good product, really awesome. It is about your passion. It is something that really sort of fires you up in many ways. But you do need to make sure that you look at all the legalities of your product as well. Super important, or any contracts or anything that comes up. Okay, so interesting. We get the set. I get the card telepathy here. So I do think it's that sense of, again, I get that sense of just trusting your intuition, feeling things out a little bit with people. I think it's about getting the feedback from people about your product. Get some reviews. I want to say, communication about your product, but I feel like you need to sort of get some reviews about your product as well here. With that sense of telepathy, you're getting that sense of trying to sort of mind read what's going to happen. I think there's a lot of unknown stuff going on. So it's about preparation. And whatever you choose to do with your product, it's about preparing for the marketing side of things and whatever you choose to do. So make sure you're prepared. I think that sense here is you're trying to read the situation before anything's actually happened. And I think you're sort of going to go in with a bit of an open mind. Super important here, Rose Z. So having that sense of an open mind to things that are going on is going to be super important. Don't try to go in with preconceived ideas. So yeah, I think there's a lot of things to sort of think about in regards to your business, in regards to the legal stuff. I think that's quite important here. I'm getting a lot of sort of legalities, making sure you're prepared, making sure you're sorted. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff going on here. Hey, all about Maine. Don't forget to contact me in regards to your session too. You need to email me. Okay, Rosie. So I will think, put them in the wrong box. No, that's the right box. So hopefully that helps. Oh, thank you, Reiki Beam. Muchly loved. Thanks. And Caitlin will sort out your time for you too for your healing session. But I'll talk to you after the stream. I've got so much going on with Fiverr at the moment too, so I need to keep a little bit of time open for that. Right. For anyone interested, I've got my spooky season reading starting to be booked on Fiverr as well. Okay. So Eliani, she hasn't typed in her question. So if there's any donations, do let me know. But we'll get back to the free list that I've got here. Now, don't forget there are some mods and some Ko-Fi family that will be in here as well. So let's have a look. What we have got. Let's have a look at this list that we're doing. So So I want questions from Eliane, Caitlin, and Kay. So Eliane hasn't typed in her question yet at all, has she? So I'm a little bit behind. So much going on. So hi guys, I haven't said hello to. Welcome, welcome. So Rosie, I will do your second question. I'll dive into it a little bit more with the 2 cards with your free reading. Right, so let's do. So Eliane hasn't typed in anything. So Caitlin, have we got your question? And Kay and Shantae. So time to type in your questions. Okay, cool. Okay, she's gone. We'll go, so we'll minus Eliana and Eliane unless she comes back. Okay, Caitlin, Kay, and Shantae. So on Fiverr, I do a lot of readings through Fiverr too. So I have put up my spooky season tarot reading. So if you're interested in my spooky season reading, please go ahead. It's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. Right. Caitlin, Kay, and Shantae. Okay, what do you need to know about your siblings and the relationship? Okay, so let's dive into that. And let's do... It's kind of interesting. I did not expect that. Got Silver Witchcraft. Oh. Okay, what type of missions? Oh, somebody just supported me on that. So I'll do Caitlin's question and then I will continue with the donation. So what do I need to know about your siblings and relationships? And you repost a case as well. Right, what do you need to know about your siblings and relationship? Let's have a look here. And I've got Silver Witchcraft Tarot for you. One, two. Right, let's have a look. Caitlin. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. Now, 9 of Pentacles can be very about taking care of yourself, that sense of pampering, luxury, a little bit of isolation, but it can also be a gain on some level. But let's have a little bit more. Queen of, nurturing yourself with Queen of Chalices. The Moon. Feels like you're moving into the unknown. The Moon is talking very much being unknown about your siblings. It does feel like there's a lot of energy going on with your siblings that are very unknown energy. It does seem to be a sort of a cycle of things. There'll be stages. So it does feel like there's going to be a bit of a I want to say a flip-flop type of energy, Caitlin. So I'm getting a lot about you just nurturing yourself, taking care of you, pampering you, taking care of you is super important. I do feel like the energy with your siblings is very unknown. Feels like there's a lot of flip-flopping going on, like they in one minute everything seems okay and then it might seem a little distance in some way. Does seem to be a bit of a thing. So there are a lot of choices to make. With the Lovers card, I'm getting a lot of choices to be made in regards to the relationship. I think that you're going to have to take on each sibling individually. I'm getting like as a group, they're very unknown. But if you take on each sibling individually for what they are, you may have closer relationships with certain siblings more so than others. I think it's going to be about taking each sibling as an individual, Caitlin. I think that's where the choices come into it. Okay, so that's going to be super important here. It does feel like it's very important that you take care of you. Okay, you nurture yourself is super important here. Nurturing self, not mothering others, but mothering yourself. So that's, I think, is very important here. I do feel like as a whole, your siblings are very unknown. So it is going to be important to choose between which sibling you're going to bring into your life and which sibling you're not. Because I think there's going to be a little bit of a, yeah, I do get that sense of you're not going to have all the siblings, but there are going to be one, or there are going to be some that are going to pull into you and some that may not. So focus on yourself and you know, think about the ones that are sort of treating you with respect. I think that's what it's about. Is that those relationships that are going to treat you, they're going to nurture you. It's about the relationship that's going to nurture you in the way that they treat you, Caitlin, as well. How are they receptive to the situation? With the moon, it's about that sense of being receptive to you as well. I think you'll find you'll get a connection with someone who's sort of very receptive to you. And that's where you want to sort of focus your energy. Right, new. Who donated? So who that new person is, let me just have a little bit of a skizzy. So just takes a second, guys, while I just have a quick look at New York. Wow. New York. Wow, okay. Okay, so that's a this one here is actually a mini life. Okay. This one's going to take a moment, guys. Okay, what New York Finest has done, there's no question. Okay, there's no question for this one. This one is a past life energy. For those that haven't seen, oh, you're a sweetheart, absolute sweetheart. So what we're going to do here is New York Finest has actually asked for a soul energy clearing, a past life energy. So we're doing a past life reading, and they have paid a little bit more than expected, as beautiful as they are. An absolute soul. So what we want to do here is we want everyone just to take a nice deep breath. And so what we're going to do is a soul energy clearing. Sage K, yeah, this is the way that I love to do it. I do as part of my soul energy clearing session. So you'll see maybe a little bit different than how others may use the deck. I've got a lot of stuff that I've got to do. I work with some charts as well, which we'll get into. And so we want to do some real healing. I just spilt all my crystals. That was really clever. I went to move the camera and my ordinary camera and just spilt all my crystals. That was really clever. It actually turned out the right way. Right. New York Finest. Let's have a real focus here. Now, this is a really big session here. So this is going to just take a minute. So I just want everyone to just be aware that this is going to take a moment. I'm not in any particular hurry. This may be a live that's on for a couple of hours, and that's okay. I'm not in any particular hurry, guys, today. I haven't got any bookings as yet. Today, I have got bookings next week, but that's a different story. But today, I've got a little bit of time. So let's just pull these cards in the right direction. I feel like I've just got everything sort of in all sorts of ways. So what we want to look here. So this is a little bit more in depth because New York Finest has paid a little bit more. Okay, so This is a pretty full-on session. Okay, so New York Finest, what we want to do is take a nice deep breath, and we want to connect with your energy on many levels. So we're preparing to connect with your higher self. We're connecting with your past life energy. So we're connecting with this past that seems unknown to you right now. These are things that you have carried on into this current life that may be blocking you from moving forward, to being able to sort of grab life in a new way. So once we've sort of done this energy, it's going to allow you to feel like you're able to cope better with any challenges or things that are going on. We're going to do a lot of clearing away with a pendulum. We're going to clear away with a pendulum as well. And so there's going to be a lot of energy going on here. Okay, from New York Finest. So let's connect with you and let's see where we're at. Oh, okay, cards are already starting to fly out. So the first card we're looking at here, energetically. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at war. Okay, war for you was a really big, there seems to be a lot of conflict, a lot of challenges. There does seem to be a very big war energy going on here. So there was a lot of war energy that we're focusing on. I do not want that card there. That was the title card. I didn't really want that. Okay, so where are we going here? So what we're going to look at next. So we're looking at war. War seems to be the theme. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at here is, let's look at lesson. Okay, in regards to war, what lesson okay, we're going to look at what lesson in regards to war. Okay, lesson, self-identity. It's being able to identify who you are completely as a person. This is the big thing that you need to focus on here. In regards to war, I felt like you lost who you were as an individual. And I think that's a real struggle for you right now, is about your identity. Who are you as a complete person without other people? This is you as a whole. So that's what we're going to focus on here, very much your sense of self-identity. Next thing we're going to look at is your how you died during this war, and why you felt like you lost your identity. You lost who you were as an individual. Oh, that popped out as soon as I said death. You actually died in a natural disaster within the war energy. Okay, there was actually a natural disaster in some way. There was maybe some storms or some sense of, maybe I'm actually getting the sense of floods. I'm getting a lot of water involved with it. So that was quite interesting. I'm getting a lot of with your natural disaster. Okay, I do felt like you were maybe drowned in some way. Maybe there was a group drowning, that sense of loss of identity. So yeah, remember, energies carry on. That war energy will come in, and that's about that loss of identity, the sense of dying in a natural disaster. You actually died in I do get that sense of water. Now, and as we're talking about water and natural disasters and things like that, what do I get here? Communication was a struggle for you. There was a lack of communication in regards to this situation. I am getting that there was a lack of communication in regards to the natural disaster that was going on, in regards to the war energy, in regards to that loss of identity. And I think that's where that's why you felt like, with the lack of communication going on, and that's part of that lack of identity. Right, what's next in this? Okay, we're looking at location. So location of this war, and as soon as I did that, that was pulled out. Let's put it in here. War. Okay, so location, Middle East. Okay, so the location was the Middle East energy, so Middle Eastern countries, somewhere in the Middle East. And the next one here, we are looking at trauma. So any trauma that you may have suffered during the war, during your loss of self-identity. Let's have a look at the trauma that you may have faced here. Oh, this is popping out. So what card's this one here? When we're talking about trauma, we're talking about any sort of there was a lot of disasters going on. There's a lot of stuff happening that was very disastrous. Okay, so let's have a look a little bit more if we can find out a little bit more information about this disaster. Whoa. Wow, New York finest. Okay. Wow. Okay, so that's coming through in this life as well. This is coming up constantly here. So we're getting that sense of disaster, the sense of stuff going on. So, wow. So water. That's why I kept getting water. Wow. Well, privately you did good. You called the plate. Excellent. Okay, so the disaster was part of that disaster, and you actually overcome it. Okay, it does feel like you've you moved through that process. Yes, it was difficult. Yes, it was challenging, but you survived, is what I want to get here when I talk about accomplishments. I feel like they failed. Okay, so the disaster, they did fail. Thank goodness. Yeah, I bet it did New York finest. Oh my god. So that's really sort of coming up in this energy. So we're just not talking about past life. We're talking about recent past as well with this. Okay, so this is sort of coming through in both ways. Next, we want to look at faith. Okay, so what faith were you in your past life? Whoa. Whoa. Okay, faith. So what comes up here in faith? Magic based. Yes, you're still here. And the thing is, your faith is magic based. It's all about your belief in self, your being able to sort of create that energy. Magic based is very important for your faith, your spirituality. Next, we have love. Okay, what love energy are we going to bring into here? Love energy. Okay, love energy popped out. Sorry, I've got to stand up for a second, guys. I've got to just go for a bit of a dive with this card. Whoa, that was interesting. So we talk about your what did I say? Your love was interesting because I got two blank cards came out in regards to the love. Okay, and then I got swindled. Like love has been a real challenge for you. Oh, wow. Okay, so in regards to love, it feels like you were swindled out of love in many ways. It was very unknown. There was a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so next I have identity within this. Whoa. No, this. Okay, identity. Let's have a look. What have I got here? That was interesting. This is interesting in your past identity. Okay, past, I got child. Okay, and the second card that flipped out with it was young male. So you were a young male child in this past life from the Middle East. Okay, there was a lot. You were so you were young. I think you were very, very young war. It was definitely not I feel like you were a child soldier type of energy. That's why you lost your identity. Wow. Wow, this is very, very interesting here. This is when you think about war soldier, a child war soldier, lost your identity, definitely taken from you, your name, who you were. Wow. Very, very interesting here when you're talking about wild child. And yeah, that's why love was swindled. And it definitely, when we're talking about love, it doesn't necessarily mean romantic love. It can be like any sort of family love and things, like you were swindled out of and you're from the New York, the East. Wow. This is just so interesting to dive into. Okay, so we've looked at love and identity. Okay, now we're looking at time frames. So you were a child soldier. Time frame. This one here seemed to be popped out. And so time frame, we're talking about sort of what year was the American Civil War era? We're just looking at, it's not in it, you weren't in civil, you, so what was the American Civil War era? Isn't that like, what years are those? For those that are in America, can you give me the years of the American Civil War? Because that was the years, they were the years that this past life sort of connects with. That's just to give me a year. Okay, even though it was the Middle East, young soldier, male, lost identity, swindled of love, the sense of 1776. Okay, so that was the year we've got here. So 1776 sort of year. So your childhood, yep. And it ended in 1864. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that could very much make sense about those years. 1860s, is that what you get, Jackie? Very interesting. Okay, so what are we up to? That's it. Wow. Okay, so yeah, I know that's you're born there, but your past life connection. So you got, you're confusing me. Whatever the Civil War is, that's what I got for past life. Okay, so now let's do some clearing and then we'll do a little bit more. Right, deep breath. Let's use the Macabre pendulum. So we're going to connect with higher self, New York finest. So we're going to clear this energy. So what we want to do is we're going to clear all this energy from the past so it can help you. So we're connecting to the energy. Just want New York finest. What I want you to do is take a nice deep breath for a minute. Close your eyes just for a second. Close your eyes, New York finest, and let's have a nice, get yourself into alignment. And so we're just clearing that energy and we're just getting yourself into alignment at this moment. And then I'll continue with the charts. Okay. Right. So nice deep breath. Yeah, numerology is very interesting when it's all connected, isn't it? Very interesting. So we're just going to make sure that we're connected to New York Finest right now. So we connected. Brilliant. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is connect with the charts. Okay. You can see here. Let me just move these cards out of the way. So I do not want to knock them and end them up all over the ground. Otherwise I'll be picking up forever. Right. So let's take a nice deep breath and let's connect. With what chart are we going through first? Okay, we're going to chart number 10 first. Chart number 10. Okay, chart number 10 talks about animal energy. So these are animals that are going to help you during this journey. Okay, animal that's going to help it during this journey. Okay. Am I getting eagle with this? Okay, eagle energy. So we're going to connect with the eagle energy and we're going to apply the medicine from the healing spirit of the eagle. And for anyone who wants to Google up the messages of the eagle, I would really muchly appreciate it. Okay, so we've got the eagle energy going in. Okay, so eagle. Okay, was there any other animals that needed to be used at this time? No, just the eagle. So if anyone can find out what the message of the eagle is, it would be muchly appreciated. What the medicine of the eagle is. Okay, interesting. Freedom and self-expression. Interesting. Okay. Next chart, please, that we need to focus on for New York Finest. Chart 3. Okay, chart 3. Okay, these are blocks 2. Okay, blocks to your goals and dreams. So we want to clear any blocks that New York Finest has to their goals and dreams, allowing them to achieve their goals and dreams. So let's remove all blocks. So that's what we're doing at the moment. We're clearing out all the blocks to dreams and goals. Okay. Is there anything else on this chart? No. Okay, next chart that we need to look at here. What are you doing? Chart 1. That's what you're trying to find. Chart 1. So chart 1 is clear blocks 2. Okay, healing. Okay, chart. So blocks any just to self-healing, healing from others, healing completely. I think there's a lot of, with what went on, with what's going on, I think there's a lot of healing that needed. And so, if any blocks to any type of healing, can we do that? Okay. Anything else in this chart that's important? Yep. Interesting. Creative goals. Any blocks to creative goals? Clearing that energy. Okay, anything else which is important? That was interesting. Knowledge and skills. Acknowledging your own skills. Clear any blocks to acknowledging their own skills. New York Finest's own skills. Okay, so we're going to clear all that energy. Okay. So what's next? Anything else in this chart that's important at this time? Nope, that's complete for now. Okay, anything else that needs to be looked at this time? Where else are we going? Okay, we're going to go into chart 14, which is now. Okay, so in other words, we're finishing up, we're wrapping up. Okay. So can you verify when complete? So 100% goodness flowing within. Higher self and soul in agreement. And stop when done. Okay, is there anything else that I need to do at all in regards to these charts, in regards to soul energy clearing? So we have unwrapped a layer. So we've unwrapped a layer. Okay, so nothing else. Cool. No. Right. Right. What we can do now to finish up. Now, that wasn't a complete soul energy clearing, by the way. That's still not complete, but that is part of the process. Right. What I'm looking for now is healers of the earth. But that is one layer. Oh, it's my own book. It's my own notes from the course that I did, from the soul energy clearing course that I did, from the study. I created my own book. But there's lots of pendulum books you can use. Yeah. Okay, so what message are we getting for New York Finest with Healers of the Earth Oracle? Whoa. Whew. Okay, let me just bend down and get that. What I get? A hand that heals. Wow. Healing ability, magic touch, hands-on. So hands-on energy healing is going to be very important for you. Acupressure, massage, anything that's sort of hands-on healing, any sort of energy healing is going to help you with the process. It's going to be really, really helpful you. And also working with animals is going to be very important. Maybe you're taking care of an animal of some sort, a cherished pet, or maybe you've got a pet that's passed, that's with you. So a lot of animal care is going to be an important process. What else dived down here? Interesting, the high road. It's all about you being loyal to yourself. Keeping to your own ethics is super important, and always doing the right thing. And it's confirmation. I feel this card is real confirmation for New York Finest that you're doing the right thing by going to the police, taking care of yourself, working through your own healing processes, things that are going on for you. It does feel like you're on the right process. You're crossing a bridge here. I do get the sense of that you're crossing the bridge. The healing that you're taking for yourself is so important here. The sense of cleansing away, detoxification, all that stuff is part of the healing process. So you're going to have to be very, very gentle with yourself for the next week or so. Be very, very gentle. Be very, very kind to yourself. Take care, nourish, herbal teas, make sure you're sleeping, making sure that you're getting the healing that you need. Know that I'm always here for New York Finest. You can always contact me, message me, email me, whatever you need to do I'm always here for you to help you, to guide whatever you need. Even if you just want someone to talk to or something like that, I'm always here. You always have that support, and it's going to allow you that sense of cleansing away, detoxifying the negative experiences that you've had in your life, and that's part of the healing process. So that's what you're going to be going through for the next week or so. So do make sure you might find yourself in a lot of tears, a lot of cleansing energy coming up. Super important for you right now. So this is Healers of the Earth Oracle. This is by the same creator, which is why I use these two decks together, is because she's got some fantastic decks. Okay, so I'm just going to see if there's any other information that's needed for you right now, New York Finest. Is there any other information that's going to help New York Finest with what's going on, what's really important to her right now, what's the energy here? So what's going to be very important process here? So we got the one is about acknowledging your divine masculine. I think that's been quite hard for you in many ways. We get that sense of divine masculine, that solar qualities, that sense of being empowered, that taking action, all that energy. It's about calling on your divine masculine to really sort of work through this energy. Wow. Okay. Now I've got tears too. Okay, so embracing who you are completely within yourself is so important here. Okay. So let's light. I'm going to go tearful now. So know that you're loved and you're cared for. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a little bit of a cleansing energy here. Yeah. It can be very difficult, New York Finest. You've been through a real difficult time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cleanse that energy. We're just clearing you. We're allowing that healing energy. So what I'm going to finish off with for New York Finest, guys, if everybody can just focus on a little bit of love. If anyone does Reiki or healing energy or anything like that, if New York Finest is open to it, we're just going to do a little bit of a healing energy. Wow. That's interesting, Jackie. Okay, so we're just going to connect a little bit with each other. Let's connect. Where you're cared by us. So we're going to give you, if everybody who does Reiki or any sort of healing energy, or even if you don't, just send for a moment. Let's just give us a little bit of love energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my rose quartz here. So New York Finest, if you're happy, everybody's going, just for a minute, let's just focus a minute before we do the rest of the readings. Let's just focus on just very, very quietly. Let's taking a nice deep breath in through our noses. Hold, and then out through our mouth. And again, in through the nose. Hold, and out through our mouth. Keep breathing that way, and I want you to focus on the rose quartz. We're going to absorb the rose quartz within ourselves, and then we're going to send it out to New York Finest. We're going to absorb the rose quartz within ourselves, And then whatever healing method you choose to use, I want you to use that energy, that love that lies within you, to radiate towards New York Finest. Oh, my left hand is really tingling. And my right foot. Left hand and right foot. So we're just going to radiate all that love to New York Finest. New York Finest is going to receive all of our love that she deserves during this time and always. My eyes are closed at the moment, guys, so I'm not going to be reading anything, but just for a minute, let's just send all that love, taken from the rose quartz through to New York Finest. Whoa. The love from everybody. It's beautiful. New York Finest, just keep your eyes closed, just ready to receive all the love from everybody, sending you support, sending you love that you need at this time. The healing energy on many levels being sent from everybody in the chat for you right now. Allow yourself to cleanse, to cry, to feel the love. You're not alone during this journey. So everyone take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, and continue sending the healing if you wish to. For those that are nearing the end, just remember to sort of bring yourself back into your body. Take a nice deep breath again and release. And when you're ready, just wiggle your shoulders, your fingers, your toes, and open up. handle all that love, guys. Couldn't handle all that love. Why won't it go? Come on, chat. Come on. I am coming. Just give me a second. Just need to clear up all the cards, get an incense going. Just give me a second and I will be back. And I did see that somebody else has donated as well. Oh, wow. You guys are amazing. Just give me a second. I will be back. Why is not that not coming through? Okay, so am I back? For some reason the chat. Okay, that was awesome. Obviously it could not. Okay. Okay. Obviously the chat could not handle the all that love coming in. Wow. That was amazing, guys. Right, let's get back into doing the stream. 1 minute, let's get back into it. Okay, let's just write an incense. And yes, I will Jackie take a drink in a minute. Yes. Yes, very, very interesting. Okay, so let me get back into the chat. It's sort of taking a bit of time here. What is going on with stream? Yeah, with Restream. Like, I know I'm live and I know it's all working, but for some reason Restream is playing games with me. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, so I'm here. So I did see there was a new sale from Kay. Okay, a new donation from Kay. Let's have a look at your one here. Let me go back to so okay, let's have a look. Oh, come on, don't be slow mode today. Oh, yep. Wow. Okay. Did not expect. A second, guys. I'm just, for some reason, I can see you and everything's all good, but it's just, yep. Just take your time for a minute, guys. Okay, so your question, and then I'll do New York Finest's just last reading. So she wants a reading as well. So we'll get into a bit more information and everything. So if I can have Kay's question. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with it's all there. It seems to be working okay. No, yes. Okay, yep. It's a little bit of a... So let's try with the stream. So what kind of missions did I complete? Ooh. Interesting, Kay. Okay. Okay, so that's interesting. So let me just try and see if I can get into a stream. So sorry that your questions are not going to come up for a minute. reason the page on Restream is not doing it right. So let me go back. To the Restream home. Let's have a look. Put me back in the screen. Right, done. Yay, I'm back, guys. Right. Take a second for the chat to come through, hopefully. So why aren't your messages coming through? Yes, I'm waiting. Come on. Doesn't seem to be a connection between Facebook and YouTube and Restream. But I can see you. Right, where am I? Okay, so does not like me switching screens. Right, I am set. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, Restream. Stop playing games with me. Ugh. I don't think I could handle all that. Shall I try for a new stream, guys? Can I just go for a new stream? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new stream. For some reason, Restream's not liking it at the moment. So I'm going to go into... Should we go into StreamYard and see if that sort of helps? Because for some reason... Or I just create